All right, everybody. Hello. Today is day 3 of the art unit. I'm super excited because we get to dive into what book we're doing. So this will be really exciting. Once I put it under the dock camera, it's dive in. So remember to, I don't need to say this every day of the unit, but subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications so you don't miss another video from me and comment. So everything like that. So one last time I'm gonna do this, and then after this, I'm not gonna cover the calendar anymore because it's been covered for now. This will be the third day. So if you need to look back at the calendar, it is posted in my YouTube post, but it is too big to fit it all in. So I can try to find another way to post it. But if you need to see it, go back to the first, second, or third day of the unit. But I recommend you guys going back to the first video of the unit that's titled with the specific notes I'm doing. So the notes video, not the definition notes, but the graphic techniques notes that I did. Go back to that video and you'll have to see the calendar from there from now on because I cannot be covering it every day of the unit and I do not want to. So it takes too much time to cover the calendar each day of the unit, so I'm not going to be doing it every day of the unit. So, a reminder, this is the calendar. Today we're doing our book intro slash dive in. Tomorrow we're going to do background talk, so it's going to be really sweet. Then Thursday we're going to do character development. Friday we're going to be looking at some faces. Saturday we're going to be looking at some bodies. This week we're going to be doing face. This week we're going to be doing body, then background, and then project. So I'm really excited for that. That's going to be really exciting. And let's switch over to the document camera. This is going to not take too long. We're just going to do like, I don't know. I'm not like going through each page, obviously, because you guys need to get the book to do that. I'm just doing like a quick cover, like on this book, and then the video will be over. Then we're gonna go into background talk tomorrow because if you guys want to see all the pages, you'll have to buy the book and read it for yourself. All right, let's switch over to the documents then. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. My oh yeah, because I have a document camera. Okay, so yeah, don't mind my profile there. Okay, so we're using my document app because on the recording program I have, it's all blurry for the book and it's also blurry for the text as well. So here's the book we're going to be doing our units on. It is Anne Frank's diary. I read the whole thing. It's really, really good. I recommend reading it. Really good read, especially because it's a graphic novel version of the book. So I'm gonna show you guys a few pages that I like, and also we're just gonna like skim through it. So one page I really like, and I'll have to remember where it is because it's very graphic. Now, of course, I'll give some context into the book. Remember, this won't be too long. Um, I'm just gonna give some context and we'll like skim through some pages. But one of the pages are really graphic and it has a really good background here we can take a look at. So I'll show you guys some poems. Okay, I don't know if the symbols a lot good showing. Okay. I don't remember where it is. But this is a good panel right here to show what's happening there. Really, really graphic, but also really good background too. Dark background. Oh yeah, pages like these I'll get to in a second. You can also see this. This is also a really good graphic. Remember this is a bleed. Apologies if I cannot find it right now. I just saw another bleed where the artist used a whole panel for art. And while I'm looking for this specific panel that I saw, I'm going to give you guys some context about this book. So basically, this is Anne Frank. Oh, this is a full bleed. Look at this part when they're hiding in the attic. People that are trying to kill them. I don't know if I'm allowed to use the name or show the symbol, so sorry if I accidentally show the symbol on here. But basically, this is about the Holocaust, and I know it might be a dark unit to get through, but we're gonna get through it. I'll look some art in it. So we got some very detailed art. We got a lot of shapes here. We got a lot of color and texture here. Really, really cool. Oh, just I cannot find it. I can't find it. It's so basically this is about the Holocaust. This is about Anne Frank's mind, another full bleed. This is during a war, I believe, World War II, and they were also involved in World War One, I believe, or I believe that was the USA. But basically, oh, this might have been it. All right, this might have been the page I was looking for. So you can see chaos striking, okay? Notice the background, okay? Normal background here, but notice what's going on in this part of the background. Notice what's going on here in the midground and foreground. So this book is graphic. It also has a little bit of nudity in it, but we're not going to show that part. We're going to be doing our art on it. So that will be really cool. And then final project, it will have something to do with the book. So a little bit of context about the Holocaust. Basically, this is Anne Frank, if you don't know. She was like around my age, like a teenager living in the Holocaust. At the beginning of the book, you can see like, oh, she's been going to school. Okay. During the Holocaust, they were not allowed to go to school. You know, she had her birthday party. She went skiing, but then all of a sudden there was book banning. It was burning books, killing people. And then I don't know if I'm allowed to show the actual symbol. Yeah. So that's when they started keeping Jews out of the pool. Okay. Because like they believed that Jews could cause sickness to non-Jews. So they started keeping them out of the pool. And that's kind of like the first, like, yeah, you can see everything is normal. It first starts off as, you know, their family and living life, school life, family life. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if I'm allowed to show those symbols or not. On YouTube, I don't know if I am or not. I'll have to pause this to figure it out. All of a sudden, Hitler comes to rise and his army, and they take control of Germany. So that's really the first change here that they notice. Okay, they're kind of like scared of them because they're Jewish, so like, oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to show that. Okay, they're Jewish, so like they could get kicked out of Germany, like when they know it. Okay. I will have to pause to see if I'm allowed to show this symbol or not. Because I actually don't know if I'm allowed to show that or not. It's allowed to show. Cool. So, as I was wrapping up this book slash dive in, this is kind of their first change that happens. Um, as they notice the Nazis come to rise, as Hitler comes to rise. So this is kind of their first change. Their second change is like book burning, changes that are happening in Germany, taking Jews out of the pool, having the Nazi police. And then things get really dark in this book. Again, you'll have to read the book to find out what happens. Yeah, they start. There was a war involved. Hitler was involved in a war, so they had to lead them through that. And then one thing I like about this book, I also watched the video on it, is it or I don't know what the right word is, portrays what's in the real world and what's in Anne's mind. So what's in her mind. So they try to show what's in her mind by pictures, but they also try to show what's in her mind by full bleed pictures of her diary work, right? So how can you show diary work in pictures without the full words? So they sometimes do pages like this, so it's full words instead of getting rid of the pictures, which I really like. So, anyways, lastly, some context. Holocaust was a very dark moment of history. Um, so Anne Frank here is a teenager, and she's also living with some family members, and she's also living with some siblings, as you can see here. Her family members, also some characters involved, all of them involved in the book. And basically, they lived in a normal house for a little bit. Then, when the Nazis came to rise, I think Otto had to move them to somewhere different. Her father, or it was someone else. I think it was Otto. Um, who then moved them to the annex, and then they lived there through the Holocaust until they got caught. I think like probably the last 2 years, like 2 years of the Holocaust or 1 year, I don't know. Odo did survive. He hid in the attic. All and like the rest of the family members, they hid like I think it was like in a bookshelf. When they got caught by the Nazis, Odo was in the attic. He didn't get caught, but I know he got killed by some disease that then came in and killed him. So very, very sad. And they didn't like Jewish people, because I think because they blamed them for losing the war, scapegoating. So, and I also believe that, they had a disease or something, which they didn't. And so it was very sad. No democracy there. Germany was, and like they were democracy before this happened. And then turned into a dictatorship as Hitler rise. So a very, very sad book, but I think it's a good graphic novel to do some arts in, and that's why I chose this unit. Next unit, I don't know if I'll do it, but I can just tell you guys, it's the movie, um, also based on the Holocaust, called it Schindler's List. And the unit is gonna be based on the little girl's red coat. Oh, it's all black and white except for her coat. And basically, we're gonna play around with emotions, basically. Thinking for my next unit. If not, I don't know if I'll decide to do it or not. If not, I was telling you guys in case. So there's that. We're gonna play around with emotions right after we play around with faces, body, background. So yeah, there is that book dive in. I hope you guys enjoyed the book dive in. Let me see if I can get my camera going. Like I said, it was gonna be a short book dive in. This was like an intro and like, okay, we're doing this. So we're gonna be doing our whole unit based off this. So it's kind of like to get you guys like, oh, okay, we're gonna be doing this. This is the face and body we're gonna be doing it. Background wise, I don't know quite yet which background we're gonna be doing because there are a lot of backgrounds here. I know this will be kind of blurry, but I'll show you guys either way. We have some backgrounds here. Yeah, it's kind of blurry. So that's why I did it through the document. So anyways, you can see a little bit. We have some backgrounds here, you know. We have some red clouds. We also have a dark background. Here we have like a gray background, kind of blue, turning into sad because, you know, someone died. This one, blue background, but then as the plane crashed, then came the smoke, so the smoke fumes and stuff, so this is black. So it's then, you know, we're expecting the whole sky to turn black into this smoke slash fumes. Then we have was this Liberation? I don't know when this was. I think this was when they moved somewhere else. I don't know why they're in Britain. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I forgot how the whole story goes. They try to go to Britain. I don't know. They do get killed in the result. So they don't go to Britain. So I don't know why the book did go. So anyways, blue background and indicating that everything is normal. So we're gonna be doing a lot of background talk, body talk, and face talk on this. Alrighty. That concludes the book dive in. I hope you guys enjoyed and remember subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video from me. And comment down below if you are excited. All right. Tomorrow is our background talk. I'm really excited for that. We're gonna be I think I will be using some PowerPoint slides on that. Yeah, I think that'll be my first day of the unit where I actually prepare some PowerPoint slides for that part of the unit, and then I will do the videos. So all my videos I'm posting about the art unit will either be like right after school, or it will be like if it's on a weekend, then it will be like in the afternoon. So yeah, my schedule is going to be pretty consistent with this, especially because it's a month-long unit. It's a very long unit. So yippee. Alrighty. I will see you guys on the background talk tomorrow on Wednesday. Alright, everybody. Bye-bye and break out.